All right, welcome back to the 8th episode of Ballin Out. I'm Oscar.
Mikey.
Carlos.
Sore Mason.
And in the house, we've got a lacrosse player, rugby player, and we're going to be shining some light on the club sports that don't get too much recognition. Starting off, Carlos, you've been playing rugby for 3 years now?
No, it's my second year actually. Second year. We made it to state last year, and I think that we're gonna do really good this year.
Yeah.
Really great team chemistry.
Yeah, tell me about you guys' second game, 31-20 victory. Talk to me about that game.
It was awesome. We went all the way out to Wenatchee. It was like a 5-hour drive. Most of us stayed in hotels, so it was pretty cool. We spent the night before, hung out together, and then went out on the field at 12 o'clock. And I don't know, we balled out. We had a really good time.
Nice.
Yeah. And Alex Rose had a great game. So did Jonty Holding, and we all did really good.
That's awesome. That's good to hear.
And the league in Washington expanded by 2 teams. Is there anything you have going into here that you think will be different with these 2 teams? Do you think it'll be harder? Do you think you'll see some new sort of change-ups with these teams?
I think it'll definitely be harder, in the sense that there's more teams to face, more opponents, longer schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But in the sense that teams being better than us, I don't think that there is going to be a team that's better than us. I think we have competition, but I think we are the best when we're out there.
Mm-hmm. And I want to flip the question over to Sawyer, because actually I had a question I was thinking about for Sawyer real quick. So I used to play lacrosse in 3rd or 4th grade, but I used to play a goalie. Stop laughing.
No, he did. I remember.
He did play goalie.
Yeah,
he told me about this.
Yeah.
But I used to play goalie, and it's not a very easy, it's a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it is.
It's very hard, and I remember struggling just even get just to block a ball at first, because it's so hard to see it flying by you. Is there something you think that's attributed to you being, because I've seen you play, do you think there's some attributed to you being so good at lacrosse over time?
Just putting in work off season, getting the extra help that you need.
Oh, sorry.
He needs a mic.
Yeah. Getting in that work off season, getting help with the coaches, really, just working by yourself.
Yeah. Do you have any goals for this coming season that you've been working in the off season to try to execute? What do you want to see come out of this next year?
Not really goals for myself, but team goals. I want to make a big run in the playoffs, because Camas Lacrosse right now hasn't got past the first round of playoffs, and I feel like we have a team this year to where we could potentially do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And talking about rugby successes, some of the powerhouses that are going to lead, including you, that are going to lead the rugby to some success this year, do you have any shout outs?
I got Rylan Reinbach, Makai Miller, Alex Rosa, and let's go Eric.
Yeah.
Who's Eric? Tell me a little something about Eric.
That's
Eric.
That's
Eric.
Penguin.
Eric's on
Penguin.
JV,
Yeah.
but he motivates us to be great on varsity.
Oh, it's a moral thing.
Oh, and Lyndon Mack and Chris. What's Chris' last name?
I don't know.
Chris knows who it is.
Chris, yeah, you
Good.
guys.
Good. And Sawyer, I want you to shout some people out on lacrosse.
Oh, shout out some people. I got my boy Beck Doyle, he's the goalie. We got Grayson Mall, Logan Viken, Henry Gilbert, Carter Morgan, Max. We got Riker Yos. Now Logan Malone just committed to ACU actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
ACU for lacrosse?
Yep.
Why wasn't he the first shout out, bro?
I don't know.
Man, do you have a favorite coach? I know Carter Morgan's dad.
Probably King Rich.
King Richard.
King Rich.
If you guys don't know, we actually had Carter Morgan on the last episode. Varsity basketball player, sophomore, stud, also good at lacrosse. King Rich stands at a towering 6'7", and he just his spirit and the way that he lifts up kids, it really just
It's just great.
it just shows in play because he really is the king. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we call him King Rich.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call him that to his face though. He'll bash you. Is that true? Is that?
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He will. He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I've never really being around club sports side rugby, do you think there's a big what's the biggest difference? Could you say is the between club sports and like school affiliated sports?
I feel like we're not as we don't have as much chemistry. I feel like.
Cause like less organized.
Yeah, less organized. Cause in teams school sports they do all these team dinners and stuff like that. And club sports we don't do that.
And how would you answer that question, Carlos?
I actually had the opposite answer of you, Sawyer. With my team, I feel more connected than any school sport I've ever played. When I go out there, I feel like those are my brothers. They got my back. I'm ready to die for them when it comes to that field. And I know they got my back too. I've seen it many times. So, if anything, I feel more chemistry with them than I've ever felt with another team. So, I really do appreciate my team when it comes to that.
That's kind of an unexpected answer. I kind of expected you to answer similar to Sawyer, because for rugby, they come from, in case you guys don't know, they come from we have Union, Evergreen, Camas. Is it Mountain View? Is there anybody else missing besides Camas?
Seton.
Oh, and then Seton. So
Skyview too.
Skyview, yep, Skyview. So there's a lot of schools mixed in there in this rugby team. So, I thought when I was my first year and freshman year, I thought we'd all be more split, more than maybe even more arguing, because we all come from different, backgrounds. But we got along a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, I agree with that too, because when you step onto that field, everything goes aside. There's no separation anymore. You guys are a team, so you have to go out there and you have to focus on the real thing, which is winning. And schools don't matter at that point. School is just where you go to learn. These are your brothers. These are the ones who you play sports with. They got your back.
That's a good answer.
Your question. But my favorite part, honestly, also too, that I liked about rugby was in my first year. I like this little thing they have at the end of every game where there's a what do they call it? The dinners with both teams. What do they call it?
A banquet.
The man of the match banquet.
Yeah, man of the match banquet, and it's just two teams. They'll bring. It's almost like a mini potluck. They'll bring the two teams together. They eat together and they all talk. And I feel like I remember Tsunami my freshman year, which was the state championship game, where before in the regular season, we were chirping at each other. We weren't, there were definitely some language flying around the field, but as soon as the game was over and we went to that banquet, just immediately all differences went aside. We were just chatting, sitting there like nothing happened. That's what I like about the game of rugby and club sports. I feel like sometimes they're more united or more civil.
Yeah, I think that too. I'm not sure with other club sports. Rugby's kind of one of the first club sports I played in my high school career. But I feel like rugby's a game of gentlemen. It's not a game of children. When you go into that field, you're stepping on there. You're not chirping. You're not talking to other team. Sure, you get mad every once in a while and you might say something, but it's not like football where you're trying to get into another opponent's head. You guys are gonna go out there. You guys are gonna shake hands after that game. You're gonna act like nothing happened. You're gonna go eat food. So game respects game. I feel like when you go out there, you put on a show for the fans, for your teammates. You gotta lock in.
I want to basically build off that question to Sawyer. I know he talked about how you guys don't feel the chemistry sometimes. A lot of times you guys don't feel united. Do you think A, that's attributed to not being able to get far into the playoffs, and B, what do you think you would do to change that or fix that chemistry?
Some years I feel like it has, and then to fix that, I would feel like we're doing better this year. We're having more team bonding exercises. We watching film more, and just getting together as a team to help build chemistry, which I feel like is key.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so even if last year's chemistry wasn't as good, do you have any highlights or great memories from last year that you and your teammates are kind of building off of this season?
We had a pretty good fight in the playoffs against a really good team. We were up, I think, 4-5 going into halftime, but then really kind of fell off after that. But we put up a good fight, and I feel like
kind of like you and Eli.
Yeah.
Kind of like Eli.
Yeah, kind of like me and Eli, but we put up a really good fight against a number 4 ranked team in the state when we're ranked 50.
Oh, so if I do recall correctly, Eli Heyman, if you're watching this, I hope that you guys want to rematch Tell me, what was it after playing on the field? Some lacrosse?
Yeah, we were just having like a little friendly play on the field. You know, things got a little heated, and we're like, you know what, take it to the circle. So we took it to the circle, and we were throwing hands. And let's just say, I may have came out with the win.
And sorry, I mean, I think I might attest your aggressive nature to your successes in lacrosse. Do you think there's a way to train that?
It just comes with you.
Just like deep in your spirit?
Yeah, it's just, you were born with it.
Yeah.
Well, like that dog?
Yeah, you got that dog in you.
You ever feel it barking when it's not supposed to?
Sometimes, you know, I gotta hold it back.
Tame it like this?
Yeah, I can't let anyone know.
Yeah, and to the kids that are younger watching this, you know, seeing this man of great stature in lacrosse, do you have any words to give them to motivate them, or like how should they train?
Just don't give up. If you need help, ask for help. It's always okay to ask for help from your coaches, and just keep on putting in the work when no one's looking.
Because if you move in silence, they won't hear you when you're up.
Exactly.
When you're
exactly
ready. Yeah.
Now, another thing I've noticed too is like a lot of club sports successes really derives off of how well they interact with their community. Like a lot of stuff we do in rugby is like we have a thing where every Friday night we have a younger kids group, and kids who can go will always go out there to like help the kids. They have like learn the game of rugby and just see the enjoyment and things when they get older, so that, you know, they know what they want to do. And in turn, what that gives us is more people to go to our games and more people who grow interest in us. Do you think your lacrosse team has had enough like interaction with community overall, or do you think you could do more?
We could do more.
Like, what are you doing currently to help your community?
You know, we like go and ref the little kids' games, you know, help them sometimes with practice, but there could be a lot more to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
No, that's really good, and I think that in the future, maybe you guys could implement things like rugby does with Little Kids Day on Fridays.
We sure could.
Maybe you guys would have to do it on Thursdays because the field would be taken by the rugby's Little Kids Day.
Yeah.
So that's just things to take into consideration when
I'll make sure to bring it up to coach. I'll be like, yo.
Who is your coach right now?
Michael Ferber.
The big dog Ferber.
Ferber.
We shouted out King Rich. Shout out King Ferber.
King Ferber.
With a great dog named Rocky as well. If you don't know, Michael Ferber has a great dog. Named Rocky. You know, we might actually have to transition away from sports and shift more into recreation and lifestyle. Carlos, you're obviously a very healthy guy. Could you flex for the camera really quick?
Hey.
Yeah, you see these guns? All right. What's your like go-to eats? What do you eat for dinner on a daily basis?
Daily basis or like my favorite dinner?
Yeah.
Favorite dinner or like daily basis? Like what do I eat on the daily?
Actually, like a favorite dinner. Let's just go. That might be more interesting.
Makoto.
Shout out Makoto.
What's
your go? So Makoto's a Japanese buffet. You go in and there's a whole spread of different types of foods. What are you going to first?
Everything.
I don't hold it past.
If you could eat one thing from Makoto, what is it?
Is it
a sushi thing? Yeah, sushi.
Yeah. Sushi.
You have a favorite roll?
All of them.
All of them?
Dude, I don't think I hate one like piece of sushi. I've eaten like last time I was with Zuko, I ate 67 pieces of sushi.
I'm pretty sure I've eaten everything.
I can only go for like 30 minutes though, cause the line's been so long lately. So I only got like 30 minutes there.
Yeah, if you actually need to go, you got to go opening.
Exactly.
It's like the Goodwill bins. If you guys have been to the Goodwill bins, opening, everybody rushes inside. It's like that at Makoto, cause you want the first pick.
Dude, except like they bum rush you in Makoto though. Like they'll knock your ass. They'll knock you over.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
They're angry.
It was pretty simple. I mean, we're all hungry, you know what I'm saying? So, Sawyer, what's your go-to eats?
I'd say Makoto as well.
Oh, really?
Double.
Maybe we need to go to Makoto after this, huh?
You honestly might have to.
Oh,
I'll go with you. I don't got nothing to do after this.
I'm actually down to go to Makoto too. Should we?
Makoto.
When?
About 3:45.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, like
right after
3:45.
school, after school. We go to Makoto.
I got 4 o'clock chiropractor.
Sucks to be you, huh?
Huh. Guess you got to miss out on Makoto, huh?
Yeah, Mikey.
I'm watching you drive all the way back over to Vancouver to Makoto.
Yeah.
Well, you were already going to be done at Makota by the time you get out of chiropractor.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah.
you might just accept your defeat and get adjusted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What feels tight like right now?
It's my lower back and my hips. My hips are misaligned like this.
Mm.
So my hips are almost like 10 degrees off.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
10 degrees?
Yeah.
They gave you that measurement last time?
No, they just give me I'm just giving a rough guesstimate.
Oh, so you actually have no idea what
I have
degree
no
your hips
idea,
are
but
misaligned.
he showed me.
So you're just playing
he
us?
just gave me hip.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be like upwards of 20 degrees. You don't
You
even
never know.
You
You never know.
don't know. Maybe tonight, maybe at 4 o'clock window. I mean, with your chiropractor. What's your least favorite thing to do at practice?
Oh.
Sorry, you go first.
Probably when practice is over, we have to do conditioning.
Boo, running around with your pads on. Or
Hate it.
boo.
Sucks.
Quick answer, easy answer. Carlos.
We have something called the Bronco.
Nothing's worse than a Bronco.
The Broncos 10, 20, 30, and sometimes they're trying to be mean, they'll make us like do like 40 or 50, and then you gotta
Yards,
go back and
yard
forth. Yeah.
exercise.
So
it's
yeah,
like,
they're like that, and if you have a partner, my partner is usually like Alex Rosa, and then we'll go, but then the faster you go, back into it. So like if you want to be a jerk, you go and you go as quick as you can to make your partner go faster.
Oh, so you give them like the least amount of time to
Exactly, to recover, but then you're also gassed out.
Yeah.
'cause- yeah.
So like, do you guys try to go slower, or is it more of a competition? You're like, let me see how much I can wear out my partner.
It depends on who your partner is. Like if it's somebody that I know I won't be able to wear out, that like I usually pick pretty good partners. So I won't, like I'll just go at like my pace that I feel like comfortable with, but it's still pushing me.
I got you.
But then if I got like Mikey with me, I'm pushing.
Yeah, you're running as fast as you can.
Dude, I'm hitting.
Carlos, stop.
I'm jogging.
I'm not running. I'm not running.
Yeah,
Oh, we gotta go.
I-
Yo. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode 8 of Ballin' Out. Make sure you come next week to see what we're talking all about. Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you.